busy schedule for you as always, Coach. Just your approach going into such a big game.
First, I must apologize for being a bit late. It's because of load shedding. We had serious issues where I come from. I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, we are going to a very tough encounter. A game that has got so much insight, and a game that can determine our season. It's a game of consequence because both Ahly and ourselves, we are looking for a result that can maybe get us into the quarterfinals or stamp their position in the group stages. Also considering that they lost the first match against us in their home ground. Obviously, they will come with vengeance, hoping to try and upset us in that space. But it's a match that I think will be enjoyable to the spectators because I believe when two big clubs are playing with a mentality to try and win the match, not to just play for a draw or to play to consolidate their place with a mentality of a 1 point or not to concede goals, it becomes a very interesting match for the spectators. And that, for me, is one thing that I think will make this match a very special match because both teams will be looking for a result, and whichever way it goes, it will have positive spin-offs in terms of the public eye.
Thank you, Coach. Members of the media, any questions for Coach Mqithi? Please go ahead, guys. Just identify yourself again, please, before you present the coach.
Thank you. Themba one from ENC. Coach, tell me about a special game. Could you say this game could be a do or die in terms of determining who's going to chop the group?
I would not really say that at this stage, considering that we are just halfway through the group stages, and whatever result comes in this match might not necessarily mean anything in terms of topping the group, but it might mean something in terms of guaranteeing one of the two teams' qualification into the quarterfinal. And at this stage, as Sundwons, our focus is always streamlined into first qualifying for the quarterfinals, then secondly, a potential to top the group if needs be. And it's not always the most important thing to top the group. What is mainly important in the group stages is to make sure that you qualify for the quarterfinal.
Sepang online, is that a new hand? If so, please go ahead and address the coach.
Thank you very much.
Oh, did you say Sepang?
No, I think says Dobry, if I'm not mistaken. Coach, thank you, Coach. Job well done. And then I can see that you guys are doing well. I'm sure you'll agree with me. This is the final before the final. And my personal belief that two teams will qualify. I would have loved to see you guys playing the finals, both of you. What's your take about that statement?
I think if we start talking about the final before qualifying for the quarterfinal, we'll be counting eggs before the chicken lays the eggs. So for me at this stage, what is more important is to just focus more on making sure that the team qualifies for the quarterfinals. Then once we have qualified for the quarterfinals, it is probably for the public to say they would like Sundwons to play Ahly in the final, because I see a lot of other very good teams in this Champions League, teams that are really doing very well. Raja, for instance, is doing very well. Esperance is doing very well. Teams that you would anticipate they would do very well. Zamalek is not really doing as well as we all thought. And that says this thing is still very wide open, and Wydad has got a chance to also make it through to the quarterfinal. So yes, under normal circumstances, one would think in this group, Ahly and Sundwons should be the ones that are going through, but that would be done at the expense of undermining two very formidable teams in Al Hilal and Al Merrikh, because I also believe they've got what it takes to upset this group in one way or the other.
Thank you, Tsapang. Please go ahead with your question.
Coach, good morning. Tsapang from Sokala Duma. Do you have Saavedra back for this one? I think last time you said maybe he might be available. And is Lebo Maboy ready for this level? I mean, he played in the Nedbank Cup the other day against a lower division team, but is he ready for it yet?
First, on Saavedra, I cannot confirm now, but he's back in training. We are hopeful he will make it, but it still depends on how he does in the next 2 days. As for Lebo, he's at that stage where he can play given a chance, but we are still a little bit cautious because he's two months ahead of time in terms of what we expected of him. So there is still a feeling of not wanting to push him too much, but there is also a feeling that, hey, the boy looks like he is ready to give us something. So we will have to decide that with the coaches. But at this stage, I cannot confirm whether he'll be in the team or not. But he's looking very good, I must say.
Please go ahead.
Greetings, Coach. You're the coaches from South Africa here. In the last game, you made a comment about, even though Ahly lost the game, Musumani was the winner. Can you please explain what you meant by that? And also, can you please just touch on Manuel Molina's absence? How much will that affect the team, the management, and and what they're trying to put across coming this game?
Amanda, in as much as I would not want to go back to that statement, because I think it was a very clear statement. I regard myself as very eloquent, but maybe if the message was not clear, I'm even surprised. But all I was saying is he was here, he played a very big part in seeing the team being what it is. And he always says the team still plays the way he wants it to play. And he still believes we will be like this for the next 5 years because he laid the foundation here. And so if we win against him, so it's because of his work, because he still believes we are doing whatever we are doing because the foundation, it's because of the foundation that he laid. And we cannot say no to that because it is true, he's been here for too many years. But the truth of the matter is when we win, he should also celebrate our wins because we are doing what he wants us to do.
Just go to Thando online before coming to the leader India. Thando, please go ahead.
Morning, guys. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Molweni Mqithi kunjani?
Ngiyaphila butwana.
Coach, just a quick one. Maybe it will also help clarify the statement you've just reiterated. Sundwons this season, in fact, for the last couple of seasons, I think the strong point has been the defense. The way you've started also in the league here, amassing all the clean sheets. You've gone on to do it now in the Champions League. How hard have you had to work with young boys, shifting them, finding them, and making sure that they play and keep the clean sheets at the back? And also the credit must go to your goalkeepers. How hard have you had to work with this group of young boys? Because it's certainly not the experienced defenders that Coach Pito was playing with when he was the head coach. And how much of this, has gone into the preparation, and how have you had to prepare in order to ensure that, you start well, keeping clean sheets, which is what I think should be attributed to your success thus far?
First, maybe before I answer your question, I think I missed one question that was asked by the previous journalist with regard to Coach Lulane being out of the team, and I think it's important that I answer that one. We are one team here. We work together. We have common goals and common ambitions. When one of us is not there, it's not the same. It can never be the same. We would have loved to have everybody together, but probably with the modern technology and everything, we'll be able to still have the same conversations that we can have and find solutions to the problems together. He will still be part of us in one way or the other. We just hope he can be of assistance maybe to the analysts and everybody else around, because it will be very important to also have his inputs in the game, because he's a very important member of our technical team. That's for sure. Then coming to the group that we have, we have changed the group a bit in terms of bringing a lot of youngsters, like you are saying. We are trying to have a concept that maybe it's high octane in terms of our high press and our counter pressing, to make sure that we put as much pressure and intensity on the opponents and not giving them as much chance and time to be able to do what they want to do. And that is as a result of having a younger, more versatile group that is ready to counter press and really put as much intensity in our play. Preparing that is never really easy, but one must appreciate that the integration of these boys has been good. They've managed to come in very strong and help the team in one way or the other, with the support of the experienced players like Themba Gqamane and the rest of the other guys in the group. I think our group has gelled quite well in a relatively short space of time. And we are very happy for that, because it's not something that normally happens, but we had Oneo joining us and adding value, or Kutumela coming in and adding value. Mkhulisi is growing, Hashim Domingo is growing, Lesedi Kapinga is growing and is showing very good signs. Rushin Dirok at the back is coming strong. Grant is also showing very good signs. But it's not an easy thing to achieve, and we don't think we are at the level where we would want to be, but we are hopeful that this is work in progress and we've got a chance to make it even better probably next year.
Please go ahead.
Coach, just two quick things. On last year, I remember the talk became the issue of topping the group, not topping the group. What lessons have you taken from last year's campaign, which where you were flawless group stages, that you feel that will be vital, especially towards the conclusion of the group, as you look forward to the knockout phase, that will at least enable you to reach the semis and the final. And also, I know that in the past few months and few weeks, we've been talking about players in the national team. What's your take when you see most of the boys being deservedly rewarded, like we've seen in the course?
Please, can you put the files off, please?
There are a lot of lessons that one has learned in the Champions League over the years. But those lessons do not give you clues for the next competition, because they always present a unique scenario. Over the past 3 Champions League, we were facing Ahly in the quarterfinals, and we were unfortunate to lose against them. And we had to always try to dig deeper to find solutions to beat them, because if we look at our performance in terms of data, we are saying we performed far better last season against Ahly in both matches. I think we had a total average of about 64% ball possession, and the number of shots were good, the box entries, our counter presses, our turnovers, everything was, statistically, it was looking very good. But when we look at this match that we played and we won this one, statistically, it does not give you the impression that we performed at the level at which we performed last time. Probably it was an inverse of what happened last year, because last year when we played against Ahly at home, we dominated with a possession of about 63%, if I'm not mistaken. But we lost the match 2-0. This time around, they had very good moments where they dominated and created a lot of scoring opportunities, which they never created last year. And we won the match. So that's football for you. So at times you just have to expect the unexpected in football, because over the past years we were facing Ahly in the quarterfinals, and now we stand a chance that if we qualify, we might not face Ahly in the quarterfinals, and that maybe is already a possibility that takes us to the next level. And also the fact that now we have managed to break the ice and beat Ahly away from home, it's already saying to us, even if we were to meet them in the semi-finals and the finals, there will be no goosebumps. We will now start to believe we've got capacity to upset any other team in the competition. So, but the truth of the matter is, when we look at the Champions League over the years, we have always said, when you are topping the group, you stand to play your first match away from home in the quarterfinals and the second leg at home. And at times that is not always the best because you're already under pressure from the first match's results. Yet if you were to play the first match without any pressure of any other result and you play it at home and you do very well, which is what we did even in the final when we played against Zamalek at home and we did very well at home. Then we had to go away for the second match in the final and we did not win that match, but because of the result that we had at home, it already put us in a better position. We've had the same experiences with Wydad, where we go away from home and we don't get a result there. When we come this side, we are already playing under pressure of what had happened in the first match. So there is always dynamics that you must look at and the nature and the type of opposition that you are facing. But it's the experiences that we've had over the years. Then coming to most of our players being selected for the national team, I'm particularly happy with the new call-ups of Mudau, of Lyle Lakay and Rivaldo Kutsi, because I believe they've done exceptionally well. They've always deserved an opportunity. And I was saying the other day to the journalist that I think it's high time Mudau gets an opportunity to play at that level, because I think he has shown a big improvement. I think he's improved in leaps and bounds since he joined Sundwons. And if you were to compare his performances of last season vis-a-vis his performances now, you will agree with me that he is at the right level to really stamp his authority in the national team. But be it as it may, I think I might be greedy or what, but I think we still have far more players that deserve an opportunity in the national team. But time is always the best judge.
Thank you, Coach. Lorenz online, please, can you go ahead?
Coach, Lorenz from Disky Times. Coach Pitso said after you beat them that Al Ahly squad was angry and obviously about the result and also not scoring. They've scored 10 goals in the last 3 games, and obviously coming here now he's made it clear that they have to win. They have to score. They have to get 3 points from South Africa to, advance from the group. Does this change your preparation in any way? Because you did mention that you guys want to go for the win, you want to attack and you want to play a normal football. But, seeing 10 goals in 3 games, does it change anything for you? Thank you.
How many have we scored?
This is a rhetorical question you're asking me.
I'm just asking because if you know how many goals you have scored, I think you must also tell us how many
10.
goals you have
10
in the last games. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are competing at almost the same level. One thing that I like is the anger and the vengeance to try and come back with a bang. That for me makes for a very good game of football. Because you do not want to play a match where one team is sitting in, just like how they came here last time when they had beaten us away from home. So now they'll be coming here to look for a result. And when you come to us with that mentality, we like it, because it then makes for a very good game of football where it can go either way. And we are also optimistic that we've got what it takes to also upset them. It's not like when they say they are coming all out and like you know that they've scored 10 goals, now we must be scared and worried with, hey, these people have scored 10 goals, but they've not scored those goals against us. So they've scored those goals to whoever they scored them. And we have scored our goals as well to whoever has scored the goals. So now we are playing a new match and the competition is going to be intense, and we like it this way. This is how football should be played.
Final question from Themba.
Themba Tshabalala, Joseph from Sports. Coach, I must be honest with you on this one, just before I start. I must be honest, I'm one of the people who said, Bamsapi, Umutao, Sundowns, Yofigenze, Lapa, Obizingal Pagem, I'm eating humble pie. Coach, just to get into that one, into the crux of the matter, you are playing against a team that wants to come at you at all costs. And I just need to find out on which side is the pressure currently. And just to add on another one quickly, I've heard a few coaches saying Champions League football starts at the quarterfinals. Are you one of those coaches, and if so, why?
No, it does not start there. It starts by winning the league in your home ground. Then to guarantee yourself a qualification, because if you are hoping for the quarterfinal, you might not even get there. So the truth of the matter is we are happy to be playing a team like Ahly. We are playing a match against a team that we also respect a lot, that we believe has got the capacity to upset anyone. So we have all the respect and the humility to understand that we are playing one of the biggest teams in Africa. But I also believe they also have a little bit of respect for the team that they are playing in South Africa, because they know it's a team that has got capacity to upset anyone. But the most important thing here is that we are playing a wounded team, which requires that we must be a little bit more focused in what we are doing, not be as anxious as them, because naturally, because they're emotional, they are likely to be very anxious because they want a result at all costs. They want to revenge. You know, at times when you want to revenge, you are too concerned about the punches you want to put. You are never really aware of the punches that might come your way as well. So it's always important to give this game the respect it requires, because it's a big game, and we are playing against a coach that we respect, and we are playing against a coach that we know he also has respect for us. So it's gonna be that game where, on the day, we just hope and pray we are the ones who come on top.
Thank you very much, everyone. We'll leave it at that. Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Sorry,